Here we are back again. Let's go inside and see our friends. Seems April is Strengthening Families Month. Valley County Courthouse. It is April 15th and I have some notes. My new public records request now that the lady's definitely back in the office. I've given them extra time. I don't want to be unpredictable. I show up the day they tell me to, then never know what they'll try and pull. There's one lady in there. I'll let her have a little privacy because I am polite. But also, want to use a new sign out here? Okay, it's just talking about the courtroom. Still have them up. Hearings today. Is there 3 pages? Hello. It's news. I was just wondering if you guys had that.
We do, and I'm going to need you to stop doing that. And this tells you exactly why. So I need you to turn that off, sir.
I'll step outside and I'll read it.
Okay, sounds good.
But I'll have another records request here in a minute. privacy policy established. It's still a policy, though. Wow. So, which one are they saying it is? An enclosed foyer for offices, open or enclosed reception desk, office interiors. What about anything you can see from public, you can record from public? And this is still just a policy. So is there like another, like a penal code or anything back in this? This still just says policy. It's a new policy and it's not in the office policy. What enforces this? Like penal code, criminal charges? Because it still just says policy on it. It doesn't have any judge or penal code to it.
That's something you're gonna have to talk to the commissioners about, or the county attorney. It's not something I can help you with. I provided you what I have. Have a good day.
All right, I'm gonna have to submit some more records requests.
Okay, you'll need to do that on the proper form. You can get that online. That little email address doesn't do me any good. So you can go online and get a form and submit it.
I could get a form right here.
I'm sorry?
You guys could have a form for me right here.
Nope, we don't provide forms, sorry.
The clerk's office doesn't provide forms?
Nope, we do not.
Okay. And you can't just send it to me in an email?
You can look it up. If you can do email, you can look it up online.
So you're refusing my public records request?
Absolutely not. I'm telling you to submit a request. I don't have a request from you yet to refuse.
I would request the body cam of Sheriff Rollins, badge number 1319 from March 2nd, and all calls, emails, or texts about my visits to this office. That's the records request.
I don't have anything in writing from you. It must be in writing on the proper form.
It's in writing.
Well, thank you.
Then give me a form. That's...
Go online and find it.
All right, well, since you guys are refusing service...
Not refusing service.
Obviously you are.
Have a good day.
You're being rude and refusing service. You could just hand me the policy. I'm going to go over to the attorney's office real quick and discuss this with them. Oh. It just closed. I guess I'll be back in an hour. All right, guys. Well, I got the new policy. Tried to talk to their attorney. Of course, they ran off to lunch a bit early. I ran over across the street to the public defender's office. They couldn't give me any advice because I'm not a client. So if they arrest me here today for my First Amendment right to work on a story in public, then I might just be a client. But I might just take the warning. Now, don't want to be rude and barge in the middle of this lady's information or wait out here until it's empty, since I am a nice guy. Going to lunch. So all of this is monitored by video camera by them, but you bring a camera in. Try to record your own interaction. Okay. Well, I like to record my interactions with the government.
It doesn't work. You know that I gave you whatever it said.
Yeah,
You
policy.
can't do it in here. Call dispatch, please. If you're not gonna leave, I'm gonna have dispatch remove you.
Well, I just need to submit another records request.
You cannot record in here, sir.
I
So you either leave or stop recording.
there's still no penal code or judge's signature on it. All right. Well, once they get here and threaten to arrest me, I will leave. But until then, this is still just a policy, and it doesn't override my First Amendment right to gather content for a story in public. Man in the lobby. I heard it. I hope you guys did too. Lobbies are for public people doing business with the government. And it's a well-established First Amendment right to record your government officials in the course of their duties. And I literally wait outside for other people to be done. When technically they didn't fulfill the first request because I wanted the entire policy that had this written in it, which it obviously wasn't written in it because they had to create a policy, which is fine because it's still a policy. And if they threaten to arrest me over a policy for my First Amendment right, we'll have to figure it out. It could just be a simple exchange of, this is what I want. Yes, sir. We'll get it to you. We know why they dodged it every other time I was in here. It wasn't an actual policy. It was just something one of them typed up. She went downstairs. So they like actually coming, or they tell you guys it's not illegal? So are they like actually sending an officer, or are they actually sending an officer, or are we just at a stalemate, or what? Some of the rudest public servants ever. Just because you made a policy doesn't mean that I have to abide by it, and also it's against my First Amendment right. So I'm just wondering, last time they just walked down the hallway, the sheriff's office is right there anyways. Or it could be real easy. You could just like take the paper I want records of and then get the records and give them back to me. I needed an official form that they can't give me, but I can't record any of it on top of that. Please stand in front of the glass so you are visible to the clerical staff. I'm pretty sure I'm there. Cute little rhyme to come up with. Maybe that person should still work here. I really don't think anybody's coming, guys. The sheriff's office is down the hall. Like, I could walk you there. You want to walk down there, Sheriff, see if they want to arrest me for recording down here? Let's go ask the sheriff real quick. Oh. Hey. Oh, they use this door. I'm just gonna push the automatic door anyways. Huh. Well, he walked up and stuff, but then he left. He must have been on the phone with somebody who understands this thing here. Could we just do the records request already? Well, I'm next in line waiting for service. It's Alright, so like creating the policy and giving me one kind of gave me the first records request, but I'd like this second records request completed, please.
No, not yet. Is this where I go to get a birth certificate?
No, clerk and recorder. So you're 2 blocks, it's gonna be 2 blocks up on Bedford here.
Okay.
You know where you get your car tags at?
Yep.
Same building, just go up the front.
Oh, the
steps.
front of the
Yep, clerk
big
and
steps?
recorder's, Yep, right on the right hand side.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
See, I could have a nice cordial interaction like that. I'm a fairly nice guy. I try not to be rude unless people are being rude to me. I said they kind of, by creating this policy, it in a way completed the first public records request, but I would kind of like the entire office policy at this point, because their code of conduct is definitely not this. You know, I have this issue with my right hand. And there's like Americans with Disabilities Act. So technically, you guys are supposed to take these things verbally as well. Like I could just say it like I did earlier, and then you have to complete the request and pass it on to the next office or wherever the information comes from. There you go. You got it marked for him. This is why I might need them to write it down, because my handwriting, even on a good day, isn't the best. All right. Jotted down the email address for him. I really got better things to do. There ain't no cops showing up because they know they can't arrest me for it because it's still just a policy. So I'm going to take this. So I've given it verbally. I'll give it verbally one more time. I need the body cam of Sheriff Rollins, number 1319 from March 2nd. And any calls, emails, or texts about my visits to this office, whether they're emergency or non-emergency. And I'm going to slide this paper onto your side of the desk and leave you a paper copy of my request. And it's dated on the back as to when I put it in. But I kind of got better things to do. And we will take this as a refusal of service. There's paper, their side of the desk. And we'll be back. So if they decide to fill the request after being this rude, that would be great. But as of now, it's a refusal of service. And it could be federal. All right, let's go ahead and stop by the sheriff's real quick. I was just wondering, they just called for police services down there, and I was wondering if anybody was actually going to come down there or not.
I'm sorry, repeat that last part?
I was in the clerk's office, and they called for police, and one officer showed up and then walked away outside.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if you guys got the call or anything, or...
Well, we're just administrative office, so we don't get those calls.
Oh, There just must have been a sheriff in this area last time.
And maybe it was Hamilton PD, maybe it wasn't us.
Oh, well, yeah, there was, I think it was PD today, but last time it was PD and the sheriff. All right.
I'm not aware of it, but how can I help you?
Oh, I was just wondering if anybody was actually going to show up, because the one guy left before I even got to talk to him. Well,
will you be around? I can let them know if they come.
no, I'm just going to go see if I can find him, or if he actually, like, drove away, left, or if he's just making the rounds or something. All right, thanks. There's still nobody in there. They're just oh so busy. The officer went this way. Yesterday was the construction videos. Yeah, see, he's like gone. Anyways. I'd call that another epic fail. They did come prepared with some new paper, though. But all the cops just walk away. We'll be back and see what we can do again. Remember, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. It'll help the channel.